Learn how to use the Windows SetInterval method to run a function repeatedly at a fixed continuous time interval. In this example, we're going to be looking at how you can repeat tasks with the SetInterval method. Our SetInterval method is another method of working with tasks in JavaScript, just as we have the setTimeout method. Why setTimeout method is like one time kitchen countdown. So the SetInterval method on its own is like a steady way of how you repeat alarms every morning on either your phone or alarms in your house. So you give it a function and specify an interval. So it will execute the function over and over again, like the way clockwork works, waiting for the specified time delay between each run that has been set alongside it. So that is the example we want to look at in this lesson. So let's move inside the script tag, and the first thing I want to do is let's make a function that will be run over and over again at interval. So let's call that function any name, but in this case I'll call it my timer. And inside this function, because it's something dealing with time, so I need date to be able to get time. So I'll call on the new date constructor in order to get the current date from where I'm going to extract time. So now that I have it, then I can just go ahead and do document dot get elements by ID of demo dot inner HTML equals to my variable D to local time string. So I want to confirm that date. Now, if you look at this, you can see date to time string. So I can convert that date to time string, as you can see. So since it's a method, then I'll call it this way with the open and close brackets. And right now, nothing is happening on the screen. So in order to make this work on the screen, so I can just go ahead and then put my method, the setInterval. And so I need setInterval. I didn't need all those things alongside it. So this is the method, setInterval method. And then since I want it to run my function, so I'll pass that function to it, the name of the function, and then the time. I want it to run after every 1 second. So because 1000 milliseconds equals to 1 second. So you can see that it starts counting after 1 second. So if I want to use it for like maybe 3000 milliseconds as well, so it's just for me to change it, and it will be displayed after every 3 seconds. So look at it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So whatever you want, then you can set it inside the setInterval method, and then it will now continue to run. So the example that we have here just shows how you can set up a recurring interval of 1000 milliseconds. So every second that passes, the browser wakes up, then it will execute this my timer function and grab a fresh timestamp of the current exact time and update the text inside the paragraph. So this creates a functional live digital clock on our web page, as you can see here in this example. Now, what we have here, my timer, is a function that holds the instruction to put the current system time and show it on the screen. That is, as it is right now, this works like a callback, so it runs on the ground. Once the time has been reached, then it will fire up the event. So just like the setTimeout method, you passed only the name of the function without parentheses. Look at the way I'm passing the name of the function without adding parentheses to it. And then this represents the interval, that is the loop frequency in milliseconds. Passing 1000 milliseconds means this function will run infinitely once every 1 second. So if I pass my function with this opening and curly this opening and close brackets, that means the function, let's see what is happening. You can see that the function has stopped running, so it's not even running again. So you don't call it here, you just pass the name of your function without this opening and closing bracket and the interval at which you want it to run, and then you can see that it has resumed back to working again. So what we just add here, const d equals to new date constructor. This creates a fresh modern JavaScript object, date object, that is loaded with my computer exact current hour, minute, second, and date. So what I have here, due to local time string, it's even to local. I didn't know I missed that. To local time string. Good. You can see when I didn't add local, look at the way it was display my dates and time, a lot of information. But now if I add local to it, then you can see that this is exactly a digital live clock. So is this part, this variable alongside with this method, is what converts that complex system date object into a clean human readable clock that is formatted to my local time zone, as you can see here on the screen. So here are a few key takeaways from this lesson. Number one, the set interval method does not stop after it first run. It will repeat forever until the web page tab is closed or your code explicitly breaks the loop. Number two, you can write it cleanly at the set interval. That is, you don't have to prefix it with window.setInterval. Even though with this it will still work, but you don't need it. You can write it cleanly like this. It is shorter and it is more cleaner. So this is how you use the method. And finally, be mindful when using tiny intervals, like maybe 10 milliseconds or less for long period, as executing heavy code that frequently as executing heavy code that frequently can make a web page lag or drain a user device battery quickly. That is, if you set this from 1000 to like maybe 10 milliseconds, so that speed can, make your web page to lag or drain a user uh, device battery quickly. So this is one of the things to be mindful of when working with this particular method in JavaScript. So in this example, we have been able to see how you can use the set interval method to repeat tasks from time to time by setting a callback that will run a function at every set time interval.